Welcome to another deep dive, and this one is going to get kind of dark.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be looking at the minds of serial killers.
Always a fun topic.
Well, it's fascinating, but definitely unsettling, you know?
For sure.
The ones who taunt the police.
Right.
So we've got a few sources to pull from today.
Okay.
We have an article from Listverse. Mm-hmm. It's called 10 Twisted Serial Killers Who Taunted the Police.
Okay.
And we have some excerpts from Wikipedia on a guy named Terry Driver.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, and then we have a description of an Audible podcast about the BTK killer, Dennis Rader.
Okay.
So we're not here just to rehash, the gory details.
Right.
But to really look at the why.
Yeah, the psychology behind it all.
Why would somebody commit a horrific crime and then practically brag about it?
It's a good question. It's like they want to control the narrative.
Yeah, it's like this twisted game of cat and mouse with the authorities.
Exactly. And that game can take many forms,
Yeah.
You think about a guy like Dennis Rader, the BTK killer.
Oh, yeah. Who terrorized Wichita, Kansas for 3 decades.
That's a long time.
It is.
BTK stands for bind, torture, kill.
Yeah, chilling enough, just that nickname.
Right.
But then he went further. He sent these taunting letters to the police and the media.
I remember that, and I remember one quote.
Yes.
It was good luck hunting.
Oh, such audacity. It's unbelievable.
And then the fact that he worked as a security, installing alarms,
Oh, wow.
adds this whole other layer to it.
Yeah, like a twisted reflection of his crimes,
Yeah.
Installing this sense of security while simultaneously being the source of terror.
Bizarre.
It speaks volumes about that need for control.
Yeah, for sure. And he was caught
He was...
because of a floppy disk he sent to a TV station, right?
Right, so his taunting led to his downfall.
It's ironic.
Very.
And that's a pattern we see a lot,
We do, in a surprising number of cases.
Yeah.
The Zodiac Killer, operating in Northern California in the late 60s,
Oh, yeah.
he was obsessed with sending those coded messages to the newspapers,
Right.
some of which we still can't decipher.
Wow.
I mean, one of his quotes was, "This is the Zodiac speaking," as if he was, some celebrity.
It's like they're trying to turn their crimes into some kind of performance.
Exactly, and that need for notoriety is a major driving force.
Yeah. And it's not enough to commit the crime.
Right.
They need to be acknowledged,
To be feared.
become this, this legend almost.
That's right.
And sometimes that desire for infamy manifests in really disturbing ways.
Yeah, like how?
David Berkowitz, the Son of Sam killer,
Oh, yeah.
New York City in the 70s,
Right.
he sent a letter, but he sent it directly to a police officer.
Really?
Yeah, and threatened his daughter.
Wow, that's another level.
It is.
It's not just attention seeking anymore.
No.
It's inflicting terror on their families too.
It's about power, control, spreading the fear as far as they can.
Exactly, and it begs the question,
Yeah,
what is it about this power dynamic that they crave so much?
right. It's not just physical dominance.
No, it's mental. It's emotional.
And it's like they're playing this game where the rules are always changing.
Right, and they're the only ones who know the objective.
That's a good point. And that leads us to the tools and techniques they use to taunt.
Yeah.
We see letters, ciphers, clues left at crime scenes.
Yeah, like Jack the Ripper,
Oh, yeah.
London. He sent letters,
Oh, yeah.
including the Dear Boss letter
Learn this?
to the police, to the media,
Yeah.
claiming responsibility, providing details that only the killer could have known.
Exactly. So that fueled public hysteria,
Absolutely.
and it made sure everybody knew his name.
Yeah.
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 Even the format of the taunt can be revealing,
Okay.
like letters.
Yeah.
A crafted, controlled message.
Sure.
A phone call.
Yeah.
Raw, impulsive,
I see. So the method of communication?
It could be a clue itself.
Yeah.
Think about William Aarons, the lipstick killer in Chicago.
Okay.
He actually used a victim's lipstick to write on her apartment wall.
What did he write?
For heaven's sake, catch me. Before I kill more, I cannot control myself.
Oh, that's chilling.
It is. And it's like he's begging to be stopped.
Yeah.
But at the same time, reveling in the terror.
It's so paradoxical.
It is.
It's like they're trapped,
Yeah.
in a cycle of their own making.
Driven by these conflicting impulses.
Yeah. It's really insightful.
And it takes us to another example.
Okay.
Keith Jesperson, the happy face killer
I've heard that name. I don't remember much about him.
He drew smiley faces at crime scenes.
Well,
And on letters he sent to the media.
that's so creepy.
It is. Like, he was trying to inject humor into this horrific situation.
Right.
And like the Zodiac, he craved recognition,
Yeah.
claimed more victims than proven,
Yeah.
kept his brand in the spotlight.
Oh, so the media attention,
Fuels the fire,
even if it's negative,
even if it's negative.
it makes you wonder, if the cameras weren't there, if there weren't headlines,
Right.
would we even see these taunts?
It's a good question. Criminologists debate it all the time.
Really?
The urge to taunt may be ingrained, but the media amplifies it.
Yeah, and with social media,
Oh, absolutely.
it's even more accessible.
direct and unfiltered.
Right.
A whole other layer of complexity.
Yeah, we could do a whole deep dive just on that.
We could.
Well, before we get ahead of ourselves,
Right.
I think we should ground this in some specific cases.
Okay, where do you want to start?
Let's talk about Todd Kohlhepp.
Okay, remind me.
He was convicted of multiple murders in South Carolina,
Okay, yeah.
but he sent a letter to a newspaper.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He claimed there were more victims,
What?
but he refused to give details.
No, that's a power play.
Isn't it?
I have information you want, but I'm in control.
Yeah.
I decide when or if I reveal it.
It's chilling. He's behind bars and
Still exerting control.
yeah.
It's the long-lasting impact of these crimes, you know?
Yeah.
Not just on the victims and families, but on society as a whole.
And speaking of long-lasting impact, there's a case from Canada that's particularly disturbing.
Okay, which one?
Terry Driver, the Abbotsford killer,
Okay, yeah.
attacked 2 teenage girls,
Oh, gosh.
and one of them didn't survive.
Awful.
And what makes his case so unsettling
Yeah.
is the sustained, deliberate nature of the taunts.
So it wasn't just one thing.
No, it was a campaign of terror.
Oh, wow.
He made phone calls to the police,
Yeah.
identified himself as the killer,
Oh, my gosh.
and he threatened further crimes.
Oh, no.
He even attended the funeral of the girl who died.
Are you serious?
He did, and then he stole her tombstone,
Oh, my God.
and he used it to send a message to the girl who survived.
Wow. That's a whole other.
It is.
It's macabre showmanship.
Yeah, it's not just control, it's recognition.
At any cost.
Yeah.
It's like he's directing a horror movie.
Right.
With the whole community as his audience.
Yeah.
So what motivates this kind of performance?
Right. What is it about? The attention, the fear, the notoriety that they need.
It's the question that keeps coming up.
Yeah, and these are questions that we'll be exploring further as we continue this deep dive.
We've talked about cases from different times, you know, but you see those same echoes in more recent cases too.
Oh, for sure.
Joseph D'Angelo, the Golden State Killer,
Right, yeah.
terrorized California for over a decade.
That case really stuck with me.
Yeah,
Just breaking into homes, attacking people in their personal space.
absolutely.
So terrifying.
It is. And D'Angelo, he was a master manipulator,
Oh, yeah.
both during his crimes and how he avoided capture for so long.
Those phone calls to his victims.
Ugh, I know.
So disturbing.
Yeah. What was it he'd say?
Gonna kill you, gonna kill you, gonna kill you.
Ugh, the repetition,
Right?
flat tone, no emotion.
Like a robot.
It's like he was totally disconnected from their humanity.
Yeah, and he'd call the police directly.
No way.
Yeah, boasting that they couldn't catch him.
That arrogance.
Right.
It's a hallmark of so many of these guys.
It's not enough to commit the crime.
No, they have to rub it in.
They have to prove they're superior.
Make the authorities feel powerless.
Which is ironic because those taunts
Right.
often lead to their downfall.
They do. D'Angelo was caught through DNA,
Right.
but those taunts, they're valuable, you know?
In what way?
Psychological insights.
Oh, okay.
Help investigators understand the motive, the personality,
So every detail,
maybe a clue.
no matter how small,
Exactly.
it makes you think about the victims' families, though.
Oh, absolutely.
It's easy to focus on the puzzle,
Right.
but there are real people who have suffered real trauma.
It's crucial to remember that.
Yeah, that taunting, that manipulation,
Extends the trauma.
way beyond the initial crime.
It does.
Imagine getting a letter from the person who murdered your loved one,
Oh, God.
filled with boasts and threats.
That wound might never heal.
Never. It's psychological torture,
Devastating.
long-lasting effects.
And it creates this feeling of powerlessness, you know?
Yeah.
at the mercy of this predator.
Even though they're behind bars.
That vulnerability,
Right.
knowing they can still reach out and cause pain.
Yeah, and it makes me think about the investigators.
Oh, of course.
They're exposed to this darkness constantly.
They are on the front lines of a psychological battle.
Right.
They have to maintain professional distance.
They can't get pulled into the killer's games.
Exactly. Emotions can't compromise the investigation.
Right, but at the same time,
Yeah.
they have to be empathetic to the victims,
It's a delicate balance.
isn't it?
It is a unique challenge,
But I think one that often goes unnoticed.
for sure.
So what about the strategies they use, the investigators, when they're dealing with a taunting killer?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah. Does it make their job easier or harder?
It's been debated forever.
Has it?
On the one hand, you get those insights,
Right, into the killer's personality.
motivations. It's like they're giving away clues.
Yeah, inadvertently.
But on the other hand,
Yeah.
those taunts, they can be misleading,
Oh, I see.
designed to throw them off to create chaos.
So it's a double-edged sword.
It is.
It's like been a hindrance.
Exactly. So they have to see through the manipulation.
Right. Decipher the true meaning.
It takes a special kind of expertise,
Yeah, almost like a psychological profiler,
You're right.
as well as a detective.
It's not just catching the killer,
No.
it's understanding them.
Unraveling that twisted logic.
And that understanding, that knowledge,
Yeah.
it's not just about solving cases.
No.
It's about preventing